Good morning. Just getting rolling here. We're going to take off immediately. Got a long way to go. Clinton, holy moly, good morning. Hey. You are first to arrive. And I'm not going to stand around. I'm going to get moving. Clinton, can you tell me if my audio's okay? Video's okay? I assume it should be. Hey Carson, welcome buddy. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a nice holiday. Okay, that's a little difficult. T. Duva, I'm just gonna call you T, okay? Welcome, thanks for coming by. We've got a long ride to do today. Audio is fine, good. Thank you. Long ride to do. We are starting off, well, we had 100% battery, but now we have 98%, it says, but I'm in sport mode. I'll catch up with chat in a minute. Let me go ahead and lay out what's happening today for anybody tuning in. So we're headed to the city of Noblesville, Indiana, and we are starting out in Carmel, Indiana. So this will be an intercity trip. We're going to the courthouse in Noblesville to drop off my wife and I's absentee ballots. So we're getting rolling on voting. We're not going to be around on voting day, so we applied to get absentee ballots, got them, filled them out, and now I'm taking them to drop them off. I could send them in through the mail, but then we wouldn't be making this video. So it's 25 kilometers there, if everything goes according to plan. Then 25 kilometers back. Just a minute. So 50 kilometers round trip. We've got 2 full batteries, indicating 98% battery left right now. So we'll be able to check how well this loaded up Urban Arrow does with 2 batteries going 50 kilometers round trip. Let's see what the end metrics are. We'll have an exact distance count, and we'll check that with the remaining battery. And I don't know, I think that'll be interesting for some people to know. I know I'm interested to see how that works out. I'm going to be in sport mode the whole time, and I will enact turbo mode for occasional uphills, but just to get up a hill and back down. And by hills, I mean like bridges that go up and over roadways. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes us to get there. So it's what? Here it's 9:56 right now in the morning. Oh, some dog threw up. It's 9:56 in the morning, and we've got probably 22 kilometers to go. Oh yeah, my display says 22 kilometers left. It's given me an ETA of 11:13. I have the Bosch Nion display, and it allowed me to program in the route. I was able to hand pick the route. It obviously gives me some displayed options, but you can also manually manipulate it. And I had to choose the one that was the safest, which actually made it the longest. I think the quickest route was 16 or 18 kilometers, but 1, it would not have been safe, and 2, due to construction, road widening. I know that there's actually not pathways there for me. So we're just headed down the Monon now. We'll be going through this congested part here, and then the amount of people out will greatly drop off. Good morning to everybody, by the way. I'll have a little bit more time to catch up and chat after I get another kilometer or two down the trail. I need to pay attention to people right now. Oh God. I gotta do something about these brakes. My brakes sound so much more dramatic than I actually am. And I think they're just what you would call glazed, because I have plenty of brake pads left, oddly enough. But looking online, I think I found that they're just glazed, which means that they don't grip as well, and they also are loud as hell. So when I come up behind somebody and just touch my brakes, it sounds like I'm screeching to a halt when I'm actually not. I don't like the scenario that creates, but there's not much I can do about it right now. Especially since I don't want to waste the pads that I have just to put on new pads to hopefully be quieter. Somebody already pulled up weather, that's good. Yep, it is 14 Celsius, or for the Freedom Unit folks, it's 57. Hey Jacob Bax, good morning, buddy. Good afternoon to you. So it's feeling nice outside right now. I've got a hoodie and a jacket on, and I'm wearing gloves. My hands get cold easily, so I pretty much always have gloves on below 15 Celsius. Oh, this guy is the worst. I mean, I value our parks employees, but that guy doesn't think whenever he parks that thing. He always just parks it right in the middle of the path. He doesn't get off the trail at all. And I've noticed that same behavior from him going on for years now. You got to think about your infrastructure users whenever this is your workspace. Karsten says loud brakes are a nice substitute for a bell. Yeah, but I would just rather ding ding. I mean, my brakes are pretty dramatic. I wish it was easier for me to just grab the camera and show you my navigation display on the Nyon, Nyon. It's really nice. I mean, it's not Google Maps or anything, but for an e-cargo bike, it's pretty cool. Says we have 20 kilometers to go. I'm hoping this will just go faster than I'm anticipating. And we're going to be utilizing multiple trail systems. So yeah, we're on the Monon right now, but we're going to be getting off of it and getting onto something called, I think it's the Nickel Plate Trail, up as we get close to Westfield. And so the Monon will take us north. We'll almost get to Westfield, and then we'll start heading east on what is called the Nickel Plate Trail. It changes after a while on there. I don't know what it turns into. I just know I have the route programmed in. So hopefully it goes well. Making good time. I'm fueled up on thick cut oatmeal, frozen blueberries, flaxseed, wheat germ, chia. What else is in there? Cocoa powder, undutched, cinnamon, crap, something else. There's a couple more ingredients in my morning breakfast routine. And then 2 coffees. I brought water, cashews, banana, and pistachios as a snack if I need anything. And if I need to hit a restroom, hopefully there's some on the way. I know there's some on the Monon. I don't know about the Nickel Plate Trail. Okay, so we're leaving the Carmel district into the Westfield district where this sign is. So we are now in the city of Westfield's municipality. And Carmel is back there. And we have 19 kilometers to go to the courthouse. And when I get there, I guess Noblesville is a pretty safe city, and I mean, come on, we're parked at a courthouse. I'm just gonna park kind of right near the entrance, lock the rear wheel, and leave you here. Squirrel. Leave you here, and I don't think anybody's gonna steal the camera. But you guys can keep an eye on them. I'll take the iPad with chat inside with me, though. I won't leave the iPad outside. But you guys can keep watch on the bike while I run in and hand deliver the ballots. You'll keep an eye on things, good streets, that's good. What do we got here? Naviugi, hey, bom dia Naviugi. Como vai? My sister-in-law is watching and just said good morning in chat from Brasilia in Brazil. Still going on the Monon. Steve says, I've read you can use sandpaper to rough up glazed brakes. Yeah, I read that too. And the thing is, I would have to have the proper knowledge on how to remove my brake pads and put them back on right to be able to do that. And I've never been shown before, not even once. I really need a qualified professional to show me how to swap brake pads just once, and then I'll feel confident doing it. Otherwise I would do that. But I don't want to. Gosh damn. A lot of dog walkers out this morning. I don't feel confident in doing it, screwing things up, and then I'm at home with a bike with no brakes, you know. Okay, it looks like we've got 2.2 kilometers to go, and then I think we get off of the Monon. My ears are cold. See, I got gloves on. I'll probably only have to have these gloves on for part of the ride. I'm already getting a little bit warm. All right. I keep the camera pointed at me whenever we're going on the dense trail because video trying to render thousands and thousands of leaves does not go well, and it leads to pixelation. So the video is actually a little bit better whenever it has a close object to focus on. So that's why I have the camera on me for this dense part of the trail. Oh God, there's a bump there. I don't know if any of you have ever Googled or know of the city of Noblesville, where I'm headed, but it's a very interesting city. It's town city basically, but it is the county seat for the county I live in. It's very nice. They have a lot of small shops, small businesses, some beautiful buildings. The courthouse is beautiful, but the roads are just disgusting. I mean, they've absolutely let traffic engineers ruin a lot of the potential that the city of Noblesville could have. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's quite literally a highway that just goes right through it. Oh, this is bad. Oh, cool. Everybody stopped. Everybody stopped, which means I should probably park my bike, get off, and go bow to all of them. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, God bless you. I don't mean to be a jerk. It's nice of people to actually pay attention and allow me to cross. You know, people who bike for transportation just tend to get cynical. Sometimes it's easy to overlook good deeds by people not on a bike or walking. It's just one of those things. Hey Ben, good morning. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for stopping by. We are, let's see here, 4, 5, 6, 7 kilometers into the 25-kilometer one-way trip, and we're going to be turning right and leaving this trail to another trail system in 700 meters. Here I am in gloves, and these people are dressed like it's July. Clinton says, Noblesville just built a new Pleasant Street with adjacent trail. Interesting. Do you happen to know if we're going to see it while en route to the courthouse? Good streets. Is it a good deed though? I don't know. I mean, yeah, to many of us, we just think, well, duh. When somebody's not in a car and they're trying to go somewhere in an urban environment, and I'd still call this an urban environment, yeah, you should stop and let them go. But I don't know. Okay. Oh, okay, I see where we're going. Karsten says, the path is seriously beautiful. It's pretty good, huh? Okay, so up here we're gonna go right. Show you what we're doing. This fucking thing. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't like how it's erasing my waypoints because I feel like I'm gonna need this thing to help me get back if I don't remember the path. So I need to kind of pay attention here too and try to remember where I'm going. Oh my gosh. This guy's running to his child because he sees me coming, but I'm not a car. I see. Don't worry about me. I understand parents have that reaction, but I see people. I'm not in a car distracted and out to kill. So we left the Monon and now we're just on part of the multi-use path network that exists in the region. And you can see, I mean, there it heads off that way too. But you can see how enabling this is, right? I mean, in most parts of the United States, I would say 99%, this doesn't exist. And this just feels so basic. Like, yeah, of course we should have this infrastructure, right? It shouldn't just be that. Shouldn't just be the road. I mean, this just seems so simple and basic to me that it should be a minimum standard. Okay, so now we cross this roadway. Oh God. And we get onto this. I guess I could have stayed on that side too, because who knows if this is going to disappear and the quality of this doesn't look awesome. Actually, I want to go to the other side because it actually has nickel plate trail signage on it. So I'm guessing that this is the official side. That's the other thing too. We don't get the benefit of always having the infrastructure on both sides. Normally, if we're lucky, it's on one side. Now I'm starting to get warm. I think, God, these brakes piss me off so much. I think I'm going to take my gloves off. Okay. Just took my gloves off. I think the jacket's gonna have to come off soon. Ooh, speaking of squeaky brakes. Yeah, this is definitely the official side, because the other side is just this tiny sliver of sidewalk. That's a really interesting building over there. That's cool. And I'm just gonna keep it forward just so anybody who's actually interested, ooh, nice house. That's cool. Anybody who's actually interested in what the infrastructure looks like, I want you to be able to see it rather than just seeing me. Okay. Oh. Maybe we can stop and look at this on the way back, but this looks like a little public park plaza. Here's some bike parking. Whoops. I went past my waypoint. Okay, we got to turn around. That'll give you a chance to take a look at that park. Good, good, good. Because what I was seeing ahead of me did not look good. We were supposed to turn right back here, or now left, actually. That's what I get for not paying attention. All right, so how do I cross? Crossing here sucks. This should be raised. Okay, now we're back on Now we're getting onto the Central Midland Trace Trail. Here's a place for some water. I saw a lost cat sign there. That poor kitty. I hope it's safe. Stuff makes me sad. I hope it's safe and in a home. Let's see here. This is interesting. I've never been here before. Morning. Morning. Well, that was nice. Nobody ever says morning to me. I'm always the one saying good morning. But that runner said good morning. This is neat housing right here, right along the trail. What do I do now? Looks like I have to cross. And what's interesting is my Bosch and Ion map showed me that I need to cross here. So it knew some of the intricacies of how the trail changes. And it looks like we're going to be going straight for 3.6 kilometers. So this looks like our big eastward stretch. Clinton, I have no idea if you're sticking around for the whole stream. If you happen to, please keep note of how I'm getting there, because I don't know if my map is going to save to show me the opposite direction. And I'm already, slightly confused, as I've never been over here. Wow, this is pretty. It's probably not rendering well, so I'm going to point backwards. But you guys can still kind of see stuff when it's pointed this way, right? Let's see here. This is nice. Can you guys believe that this is in the middle of Indiana? Oh, crap. Look at that. Middle of Indiana, of all places. And I'm doing an Intercity bike ride. That's nuts. T, you're following along on Google Maps. Nice. Oh, look at this. Oh, never mind. I thought it was a big bridge. No, it's just a little bridge, but now you guys can face forward. Looks like they're doing some development over here. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a parkway too, because they've got a little pedestrian bridge or a multi-use path bridge there that's going over water. That's cool. It says Monon Moon Park coming soon. Oh, nice. Tell you what, Central Indiana's doing some things around Carmel, Westfield, Noblesville, and even Fishers. Really cool. Hope the video quality is coming through good as well, because this is all very interesting, and I want people to not only enjoy it, but have some locals get something useful out of this if they choose to watch the video. Clinton says where that park was, that was an old sewage treatment location. All right, love it. Okay, this seems like it should be a raised crossing. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel that way. I feel like that should be a raised crossing. I feel that way a lot though. And we have 12 kilometers to go. So we are really getting through this. Looks like it just goes straight for quite a while. Yeah, I wish at one point I thought it would be interesting to put in one of those plugins that could GPS track the ride and display it on a little sector of the screen. And like Not Just Bikes does that with his live channel, and some other people do. But when I briefly looked into it, it just seemed complicated. So I just gave up. Oh well, it is what it is. This is just more straight, beautiful path that probably isn't rendering well, but you can get an idea of what it looks like. So far we've crossed some roadways, some streets, but this has been pretty easy. We're down to 88% of battery. Haven't used much, and I've been in sport mode the whole time. Yeah, the whole time. We're currently moving along at 28 kilometers an hour. Kilometers, not miles per hour. Go. Got another 1.3 kilometers to go straight. SARS Smell says, "Hi there, great to see you riding in great weather. Germany has been nothing but rainy and gray for a few days." I'm sorry. That's actually how it's been around here lately, is raining and gray. Today feels like the first full day of sun in a little while. Ben says, "Sport what? My bike has turbo mode." Yeah, I think I might use turbo mode the whole way back. Here's some corn ready for harvest too, completely dry. I think I'll use turbo mode on the way back, or I won't, I don't know. I can get my cardio in today and either not go to the gym or just go to the gym to weight train. Another 850 meters straight. Thanks for paying attention. They kind of made their tires squeal when they braked. Gosh, it's just amazing that this trail network exists. It's so nice. Like, honestly, folks, we're in the middle of Indiana. Indiana. I can't stress that enough. So if you want to move somewhere that has a low cost of living, I know Indiana is on that list, and particularly if you come to the Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, Carmel region, you're gonna have really interesting places like this to explore and get around without the use of a car. God, this trail is beautiful. I hope this is rendering well, because Jesus looks nice. Shit, there's a bump. Okay, Ben, you and your CrossFit. I don't have to go to CrossFit today, right? Ben, I tell you what, since you brought up Risa Mueller, Oh, I got to turn in 80 meters. I'll get back to that point in a minute. Oh, that's nice. I got one of those mirrors there. Look at this. I mean, it's like a sports complex, and I think that's a school back there. It's so interesting. And then this trail, and over there is, you know, a neighborhood and housing. So think people that live next to this trail, their kids could technically utilize it to come to that school if they go to that school, which Clinton says that's Hazeldale Elementary. So as long as they would make the crossings, the street crossings, safer, where the trail conflicts, little kids could ride to school together. Oh my God, this is beautiful. So Ben, you brought up Risa Mueller. We're looking really hard. I already mentioned this, I think, on Threads, but should I say I'm looking really hard at the Risa Mueller carry for Tatiana to eventually replace her HSD, to give her some more capacity and the ease and enjoyment of a front loader, of a front loader cargo bike. So really looking hard at the carry. And I'm gonna try to take her to go test one out this year, but if we were to make the change, it wouldn't probably happen until next year. And I've always been interested in Risa Mueller, but I want to see changes made to the load. I love the idea of the load, but from day one, I've hated their box. Like, I love the Urban Aero box, and you'll understand this because of the high walls. It's kind of soft. It's just much easier to put stuff into, right? And again, I can't emphasize how much I like the high walls. And I know some different boxes exist that you can buy to put in the Risa Mueller to make the walls a little bit higher. I just don't like those options, though. I don't like what's out there. But hopefully someday, that's why, let's see here, what's the Risa Mueller that's not the load? Darn it, what's the name of that other one that I'm thinking of? Their front loader. I can't think of it right now. I've looked hard at it and I'm giving it serious thought. I don't know what the future will hold, but this is my second Urban Aero. I just got it about 1.5 years ago, so I'll keep riding it. I won't pass it off to the, wow, that's cool, the secondhand market yet. City bikes you can rent over here. There's a restroom. Good, I'm gonna note that. Oh God, this is so cool. Look at that. Yeah, this should definitely be raised. This is ridiculous. These people are coming at highway speeds. It says I'm supposed to push a beg button, but I'm not gonna do that. Leaf. Okay, we've got another 2.8 kilometers to go this way. We are 8.6 kilometers from our destination. The transporter, that's right, Jacob, the transporter, the Risa Mueller transporter. I've been a fan of that for a while. And I almost pulled the trigger on getting one last year before I got this Urban Arrow, the second one. But I wound up deciding against it because the box dimensions were just a little bit less than the Urban Arrow. And for some various reasons, those smaller dimensions did not appeal to me enough to go that direction. So I just got another Urban Arrow with dual battery system, and I don't know, not a lot changed, but I got dual batteries, some upgraded brakes, nice fenders. Clinton, maybe I'll hit that button on the way back. I just like the Dutch way of doing things sometimes, is having the detectors in the pavement, and then they could just detect the bike so that at least people biking to get the hawk signals automatically engaged. Obviously it's not going to pick up people walking, but you could also put a camera system up there with a small computer that can detect people, and then we'll engage it that way. Then it takes care of everybody, removes the detector system in the pavement problem. It's easier to swap a camera and a computer than it is something embedded in pavement. Let me turn the camera around just because, God, this sun is blinding me. How it just keeps peeking through the trees. 7.5 kilometers to go. I will admit this is really starting to feel like quite the trip. But so far it's been pretty fun. You guys enjoying this? It's something new. Looks like we got here. Fortunately, just a street, not a road. Oh God. Oh boy. You enjoying it, Ben? Good. Glad you're able to take time to watch. I know it's probably still working hours for you. Hi, squirrel. He's got a nut. Squirrels are gathering their nuts before winter. I love squirrels. It says I've got to go straight for another kilometer, and then I think we'll be leaving this trail. This trail is beautiful. EJ Bill says, democracy via bike is the way. Yes, that's what we're doing. For those of you that don't know, we're riding from Carmel, Indiana to Noblesville, Indiana to drop off absentee ballots at the courthouse. I could have mailed them, but what would the fun be in that when I have this infrastructure and this camera gear here to do this ride and take people along, to just go hand deliver the ballots, right? So that's what we're doing. Delivering the ballots, casting 2 votes, one for me, one for my wife, to hopefully course correct the country. Don't read into that the wrong way. I think it's fairly simple to figure out who we're voting for based upon how we live. I think that should kind of tell you without me having to say it. My wife and I are not people who have lived in a bubble. We have exposure to people and the world and ways of doing things. And God, this is cool. And that reflects in the kind of country we want to see back here. And my wife being a dual citizen of Brazil and the United States, she gets to vote. So, okay, we're gonna kick turbo on because there's a slight grade here and I'm already getting slightly worn out. Ben says the longest ride he did in the UA was 34 kilometers one way. Blech. No, it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna have to hit a button here, it looks like. Oh, that blows. Because this is definitely a highway. And I feel like pushing that button should have immediately changed things. Ow, ow, ow. Oh well, we didn't have to wait too long. Okay, so now we're next to a busy roadway, but we are on a separated path. EJ Bill says, are we going to make America get on bikes again? Let's hear, what would that be? That'd be M-A-G-O-B-A. Magoba? Make America get on bikes again. Well, we're definitely trying here in central Indiana. You guys can see how this is, so I'll point the camera at me for a minute. It's not smooth. Not as smooth as what these people have. The only thing I don't like about this is the reason we're still going this way is because the most efficient route would have been to go that way where we had to stop and push the button, because that would have taken us right into Noblesville and we would have been at the courthouse in, probably less than 5 minutes. But I'm pretty sure nothing exists for us to use to go that way, the most efficient route. So to take advantage of this path system, we have to go up and circle back in and head back down from the top. And that adds significant time and over 5 kilometers to the route. I don't love that. But it is what it is, I guess. At the very least, at least this exists. That's what's important. We can build off of this. Clinton, when you say, all right, I gotta take this jacket off. I'm gonna stop here. Clinton, when you say currently under construction, do you mean a multi-use path to go along that state route is under construction, or just the whole area is under construction and that was just a generalized statement? Just curious. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to turbo on the way home. Oh, Jesus. They do not know how to do pavement transitions. They just drop people off. What? Oh, I see. Now I gotta push a button. This sucks. I mean, this definitely sucks. I don't like this at all. Well, these motorcycle riders that love to turn their radio all the way up. I see that so often, as if they aren't creating enough noise pollution as it is. Okay, tells me I can go. Yeah, that was unpleasant. At least this takes me away from it for a minute and doesn't just have me going straight adjacent to it. You know what? I'm turning on turbo. I want some help. 4.2 kilometers to go, and then we'll be there. We're gonna go right in 180 meters. Not sure if that has us on a street or continuing on a trail. I like how my Nion beeps at me and tells me hold on here. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, geez. So I've got to cross this without any signalized help. That's not good. I don't like that. Okay. Let's see here. Oh. Also, when we get to the courthouse, remind me to take off my microphone. Oh, goddamn. Because I don't want to go through the metal detectors and scanners with that on me, because that'll just create questions. Questions that I don't want to take the time to answer. Okay, the bollard on this bridge is stupid. Somebody's definitely hit that before. We don't need a bollard here. Oof. Morning. God, it's so bumpy. I wish we held our active infrastructure standards to the same degree that we do for car infrastructure, which they seem to think needs to be, I mean, look at that. Look how smooth that is. And we're over here riding a cargo bike like we're riding a bull, holding on for our life. I just need to redo it. Once you redo it, it's going to be good for a long time. People walking and biking don't tear up infrastructure the way that cars do. I mean, geez. That street out there is still so slick, it looks like you could ice skate on it. Okay, let's see here. Waypoint. Oh God, I hate that. Okay, we go this way. Come on, GPS. Yeah. My GPS is not keeping up with me as well as I'd like it to. Seems like it's getting a little behind. Now I've lost all sense of direction. I hope my GPS can help get me home the way I came, because I forgot. Morning. There's a golf course. Boo. And I do not like to see a person walking two massive German Shepherds with a baby attached to them. Those dogs. There's railroad tracks. Look at this. That's cool. There's a train yard over there. You guys won't be able to see it, but I can. Looks like a railway museum. Clinton, what's the information on that train yard over there? Looks like a railway museum to me. And over here we got more recreational fields. Some baseball field right there. This is pretty neat, I tell you. I'm pretty happy we're doing this ride. Okay, I think we're cutting in through the top of Noblesville right now. Very interested in what that train yard is. Looks like we have to go right. According to my map. And I'm just going to apologize to chat. I'm going to have a little trouble reading your messages for a while, because a lot is changing and I've got to navigate. Okay, looks like I take a right here. There's another one of those obstructive bollards. Highly unnecessary. Jesus. Okay, wow, the trees in here are awesome. This is a park. Very nice park. Squirrel! Morning. Wow, there's a lot of people out here too. Even utilizing the park on a Thursday morning. Some sort of situation happening back at that whatever it is. I see people on bikes, I see people walking, I see people exercising. Oh, and here comes the mom train. I want all of them on Urban Arrows. There was like 10 of them. They all need Urban Arrows. Right, Ben? Oh, here's a park over here. That's cool. That's nice. Wow. This is cool. love this park. There's some people biking this morning. Hope the front video is rendering well because there's just a lot of neat stuff to see out here. Okay. I don't think it's going to render too well in this, so I'll point the camera at me for a little bit. There's so much to stop and see. I wish I could stop and show you stuff, but I'm kind of in a hurry to go get this ballot drop off over with. And then if we want to stop and explore some details on the way back home, we can. And yeah, don't forget that. We still have the ride all the way back home. Morning. Says we got 1 kilometer until our destination. Here, now I can point it forward. Ooh, coasting downhill now. We're really flying. 30. I won't say how fast we're going. I'm gonna slow down. Can't see around this corner. Okay, gotta cross this street. I don't even feel like I'm back home anymore. I feel like well, I don't feel like I'm in Indiana. There's a golf course over there. Dudes golfing. Gosh, this is just nice right through here. Super nice. I had no clue that all this existed. Looks like people have some really good things at their disposal here in Noblesville. 550 meters to our destination. And I believe I'll keep the camera pointed forward for the whole thing. Oh nice, we got a bridge that we get to cross. That's cool. Right next to some railroad tracks. Oh, and you can see the steeple for the courthouse. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm actually gonna stop here and take a photo. So you guys just look that way. Okay, got a couple photos. Oh yeah, stop on a hill. Good work. Stop on a hill. Oh God, all right. Like this. That's cool. Love being right next to the railroad tracks. This is so nice. Hope you guys are enjoying this view too. We're going over a river. Of course, it might be hard to see. Isn't this neat? This is awesome. All right, let's just finish our drop off. Oh my God. My Nion makes me hit OK to acknowledge I've hit different waypoints, and it takes away my map when it does that. And that's incredibly annoying. Okay. So, what do I do now? You know what? I don't know. There's an e-bike over here. That's cool. We're going to the courthouse, so this shouldn't be that hard to figure out. Oh man, I don't think I'm... Yeah, it gave me the green. There's a sign there pointing to a bike rack that doesn't exist, so that's weird. So you see how they've ruined this beautiful downtown with all this parking? Look at that, 1889 building. Really beautiful. Let's see here. I want to go park the bike just up by the door, but all I see is stairs. There has to be a ramp out here somewhere, surely. I mean, right here is a highway running right through their downtown. It's horrible. Look at that. Oh God. This is not okay. So this is an exit only, and the entrance is over here. We are here though. Where are we gonna leave the bike? This is the entrance. That's the entrance. Let's just leave it right here, I guess. We'll leave it here, and I'm going to point the camera back this way. Good. I'm here to drop off absentee ballots. That's Suite 106.
This building across the street over here.
Oh, over there. Okay. Well, I'm glad you stopped me then. Okay, we're at the wrong building. We don't come to the courthouse. Or wait, we don't come to this courthouse. We go to this place. Oops. All right. Sidewalk's full of stuff. I think this is the old sheriff's office and jail right there. I gotta push a beg button. Oh wait, I can cross. All right. So yeah, now we're going here somewhere. This place is a little busier. I don't love that. Can I get the bike up this ramp? I just want to park it out of the way up there. I gotta lift it up, turn it around. Lift it up, turn it around. Okay, let's just park it right here. And we're just gonna keep the camera pointed there. I'm going to lock the cafe lock. Let's see here, I'm gonna leave my sunglasses. Grab my ballots. You know what? Grab my phone. Oh, Mike, thank you. Thank you, Edwin. Mic is unplugged, but it should still be working. I'll leave it here. How's your guys' view? Is that okay? I don't want to leave you pointed at the entrance just because, so. All right. So I got everything. Yeah. I got the ballots, both ballots. I'm gonna go drop them off. the Nyon. I'll be back. back. Oh, guess I can't see chat because I don't have the iPad open. Gotta get chat back out. All right. Let me get situated here. Everything good? You guys still there? The ballots are dropped off. Although, because I was hand delivering them, I had to actually fill out a form with all my information because I was dropping off my wife's as well. So I guess to cut down on voter fraud or whatever it is, they needed all my information so that I could drop my wife's ballot too. Hey, Bicycle Dutch, you showed up while I was inside delivering the ballot. That's the entrance. And when I went through security, one of the security guards, he had questions about the bike. Inquisitive questions. He wasn't suspicious. He was like, "Oh, did you design that, or did you add the box yourself?" And I told him about the Urban Arrow. So yes, I've just voted. My wife just voted. Let me get the bike back down the ramp here. Got to pick it up, manipulate it around. So there's some places here downtown I could go get a bite to eat. But, crap. Anyway. Oh, wait. Trying to figure out if I can set this thing to take me back to where I came from. Shit. Maybe. All right. It doesn't look like it's going to help me. So, we're going to have to try to figure this out ourselves. How to get back the way we came. And I know somebody asked, oh, can we go another way? No, we can't. We don't have the luxury of multiple routes. While also needing safety. I don't even know how to get across this damn street. Ah, shit. Alright. I'm gonna have to go back the other direction. Alright. Yeah, this is kind of a cluster. And there's a 15-year-old learning how to drive a car. Wonderful. That Sandy's Bar building says built in 1889. That's neat. There's all these little shops here, but just these roads and all the cars that they funnel through it is just kind of ruins it, to be honest. It's pretty disgusting. It's a big mistake on Noblesville, on Noblesville's parts. There's an e-bike over there. Okay, so I think we came through here. And also, this is such a short-sighted thing on Bosch's behalf. They didn't make it easy for me to just pull up the reverse route, so now I don't have that. I have to try to remember how we got here. I'm actually gonna stop for a moment. Got to readjust my chat screen. Kind of moved. There we go. We're back at it. Now there's just a massive glare. So I can't see chat at all. My screen is completely glared. So if you're just tuning in, we dropped off our ballots, we have voted. And now we are leaving Noblesville to go back to Carmel. 25 kilometers away if I don't get lost. If I get lost, it'll be further. But I'd say that all went pretty well. I only went to the wrong courthouse because I just didn't pay attention to details of where I was supposed to be dropping off. But fortunately, that was just right across the street. Okay. Clinton, I know I already said this, but if you're sticking around, please yell in chat if you happen to notice me going the wrong way. Because now I'm just trying to remember how I got here without having paid full attention how I got here. So I'm just gonna have to use instinct. That's frustrating. That's very frustrating. Another thing that's interesting on the Bosch Nyon is that if you program in a route that you're going to take, there's a neat mural. if you program in a route that you're gonna take, it's like dancing dinosaurs. It will do a check to see if you have enough battery to go where you're intending to go. And then if you don't have enough battery, it'll tell you on the screen. It'll put an orange battery, which is its way of saying you do not have enough power to do this whole route assisted. There's that park again. Let's see here. Okay. You know, it'll really be something if I can... Clinton, you're here for the duration? Good, thanks, buddy. Sorry I'm missing some chat messages, but this whole area is a lot of twists and turns and people, so I'm having to pay attention to that rather than the chat screen. I'm sure you understand. Yeah, I want to stop off at this pavilion. I think they have food. I don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of people wearing blue shirts. But they have food. And I am hungry. Yeah, this is a neat park. I've never been to this park. There's a lot out here. Volleyball, swimming pool, skate park, pavilions, river, railroad tracks, trees. Yeah, they got it all out here. And it's a big park too. Okay. We are in turbo mode now because I want help. Got a long way to go. Probably 45 minutes to an hour until we get back, especially because I'm going slower now. Because I'm trying to pay attention to where the heck I'm going instead of just following a navigator. There's these railroad tracks that I get to cross again. You guys want to see the railroad tracks? I really want to know what that train place is. Those trains look cool. Love trains. There's the golf course again. Ben says, no, how dare you don't drive like a driver. Yeah, I know, right? How dare I actually try to pay attention and be courteous to my surroundings and those that might exist within it. Got a little hill here we're going up. Thank goodness for turbo. Uh-oh, my chat just logged out. Okay. Why did my chat log out? All right, chat, if you guys can still hear me, I've got to close chat and reopen it because I just got logged out. It's not letting me relog back in. Maybe I'm in a bad signal area. Let me ride just a little while and... All right, so I'm flying blind. I don't have access to chat at the moment. I'm waiting for the screen to hopefully load, but right now it is not loading. Thanks a lot, Restream. Hanging me out to dry here. There. All right. Looks like chat is back up. Yeah, you're back. Pay attention, pay attention. Where are you going? Let's see here. Yeah, that car street is so smooth, and this path that we're on just sucks. But it's probably why those people that I see on bikes up there are actually riding in the street. I don't want to ride on this crappy path. Bump. Oh, God. Ah, God. Bicycle Dutch says, images look fine, can't be bad connection. Yeah, I think it was just, I just think maybe the app crashed that handles my chat. But I got it back up now, so we should be good. Let's see here. A lot of bumps. I'm half tempted to ride in the street, but I also don't like that idea, so. God, so many bumps. Morning. And sorry I can't see chat right now because as I head west, I have the sun behind me and it's hitting the screen. And even with my anti-glare coating that I have on the iPad, still can't see. But we're gonna start going a different direction here in a minute, which will fix that problem as we cross this big ol' strode and head, oh God, head down this. Tell you what, this, as I see right now, this kind of reminds me of Minnesota when I lived up there. And I'll tell you, I kind of miss Minnesota. There's been quite a few times where I thought, you know, I'd like to move back. Yeah, but all these trees reminds me of Minnesota. I like that. Clinton, I think I'm doing good so far. I think I figured it out so far. Steve, I'm trying to read what it says. I'm super jealous of this trail network. I live in Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, and the lack of bicycle infrastructure here is infuriating. I understand. I believe that. My only comment about Virginia is the time that I drove through it, I thought it was beautiful. Now we cross this dirty highway. All right, it says to cross. despite the fact that it allows cars to turn at the same time that it tells people to cross. And there's a yellow school bus for non-Americans who find that interesting. Everybody in Brazil finds American yellow school buses interesting because it's what they grew up seeing in Hollywood movies. So all my Brazilian friends and family think that the school buses are interesting. I'm fairly certain that they're like one of the most polluting vehicles that roams our roads and streets. Because if you've ever been behind one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The exhaust is just unreal. I need a hat. Bicycle Dutch says, yay, a school bus. Did you like that, Mark? Do you like the school bus? They're used for wedding parties in the Netherlands? Well, okay. Fair enough. Is it the same thing? Like, do the Dutch like to use them as that token experience? Like, because they grew up seeing them in American movies? Is it the same thing for the Dutch? Like, oh, a yellow American school bus. Just like the movies. Good point, Ben, yeah. Even though the school buses have horrible pollution, it's better than the typical American drop-off of trucks and oversized vehicles running a conga line to drop little Timmy and little Sally off at school because they can't safely bike or walk. Damn sun. There's another person on a bike. Yep, Clinton, I cross this road and then we'll be back on the nickel plate, is that right? Or was it the other one? I don't remember the name. Oh good, she'll hit the button for me. Oh yeah, okay. It tells us to go, but Grandma came burning out to kill somebody. Jesus Christ. I mean, she came hauling ass out of there too. Yeah, well, you may be 80 years old, but some of us still have some life that we want to live, so keep your foot on your brake pedal, Grams. That's right, Clinton, Midland Trace Trail. Thank you. You'll be wanting it back in a month, Brandon? Oh, this place because of winter? I actually liked winter in Minnesota because it doesn't get, you know, I don't know how it is where you are, over on your island, but here in Indiana, especially with climate change, we're seeing less snow. So in winter, everything just dies, gets brown, gray, dead. It's depressing. But in Minnesota, where I lived, it would snow, you know, like November, December, and then it would just keep snowing. Like we never saw bare ground again for months. Like I remember sometimes it would snow the beginning of December. I would just see nothing but snow until March. And then it would come back and dump again in April. So it was just snow on snow on snow, and that was fun. That helped lighten the mood of what winter is. Made it a little difficult sometimes, but it was fun. And I worked in it too. I drove a big semi truck and delivered propane to people's houses all over rural Minnesota because they use it for heat. So the further north I went, the more winter wonderland it looked. You know, once you get away from the cities and such, it's really neat. Just trees everywhere and hills and snow, snow, snow. And it was like in January, for example, it would range from negative 20 Celsius to negative 44, negative 45 Celsius. And that's before wind chill. So that was very interesting. Taught me what real cold is. Sorry, I haven't caught up on chat here. Ben, you're in Liverpool? Thanks for asking, Jacob. I don't even, like my knowledge of England and the UK at large is very poor. I don't even know where Liverpool is. Like if you gave me a blank map and said point to Liverpool, I wouldn't know. For some stupid reason, I think I would know a roundabout area where Manchester is. That's further north, right? Not quite north, but like 3/4 of the way up. Well, this has been a very interesting trip. It's been fun so far, and thank goodness I had nice weather for it. I mean, it's physically draining, I'll say that, even with an e-bike. 50 kilometers is no joke. Especially whenever I'm just a feetzer, somebody who tends to ride locally for errands only. I don't go on big recreational excursions, you know, or long trips. So this is a big outing. There's some trail-facing housing. It's nice and quiet out here. This is probably a nice place to live if you don't want to live in a city proper. Like this house looks nice right next to the trail. They got a bunch of flowers and a little garden. That's cool. So it's nice and tranquil right next to the trail. Neat. Yeah, this feels very Minnesota right now. I like that. There was a good amount of time when I lived in Minnesota that I thought, all right, I'm ready to leave. I won't want to move back here, but I miss it. See what you guys are saying. Jacob says, can be very confusing. The US has a lot of towns with UK names. Yeah, Jacob, the US has a lot of towns and cities with Europe names. I mean, a lot, but it makes sense, right? People came here from Europe, did what they did, and when they created settlements, they named them from places back home. So yeah, it makes sense. Bicycle Dutch says, "Oh, come on, I cycled 40 kilometers on Sunday from NL to Belgium and back. Not flat, and did it on a regular bike." Well, Bicycle Dutch, you are better than me. Here, we'll I wanna hit the button. I wanna stop traffic. Okay, did it stop traffic? No, it did not. It did not stop the truck bros. I'm not getting off the trail, I just want to show you guys this. Isn't that neat? That's cool. We're gonna get back on the trail, but we'll just circle in here. If you're out doing a long ride and you need a bathroom, here's a bathroom. There's an AED station if you need to jumpstart somebody's heart. Here's some city bikes for the city of Noblesville. Download an app and grab one of these bikes. Okay. Looks like we got another bike piece of art here. Whoops. This.
Setting up the race right now on a golf cart, running all around. I feel like, did I say people?
That lady's setting up signs for some sort of race. She's on the phone with somebody, said, "I'm actually out setting up the signs for the race in a golf cart," which of course you're in a golf cart. That makes total sense. Why would you be in a car? Oh, there's something interesting up here we'll start to pay attention to. I noticed it on the way here, but we'll point it out on the way back. Bicycle Dutch, you'll find this interesting. This trail, I have never seen them on the Monon, but on this, the Midland Trace Trail, right, Clinton? I see the mirrors at corners, so you can see people coming around the corner. Here's a mirror right here. Although I feel like this one should be a little bigger. But there's one. Oh, yeah. So you can see people when you're coming around the corner. There's another mirror up here on this corner. They're good, but I feel like they should be just a little bigger. Okay. I don't go that way, I don't think. We came around this way. I wish I could cut through here to shave off some of this distance, but I don't know if I can, and I don't feel like experimenting with it today. Now you can just see the trail ahead. So nice and peaceful out here. This Intercity, Carmel to Noblesville, Noblesville back to Carmel. I will say this, one thing that I do not like about this is if, for example, you try to go plan this via Google Maps, right? And you have it try to pull up a bike route. What it gives you won't work. It'll have you on places with no infrastructure for you. It'll also have you on places that are currently under construction. So you can't just go plan it that way. You actually have to have some knowledge of the area to try to plan it out manually on maps. And then you can do this, but yeah, it's not as intuitive or as simple as it probably should be. Here's another one of those mirrors. Okay. Clinton, this is right? I just keep going. I think I just keep going straight on this until it takes me back to the Monon, correct? I haven't been looking at chat, but I'll try to do that now. Correct? Okay, cool. Oh, kind of bumpy. So I've been in turbo mode since a couple kilometers before we got to Noblesville. Oh, look at this. This is neat. You guys see that? See the witch? So nice that somebody just thinks to do this along a trail. And there's something else here. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Up there, you guys probably can't see it. It's made out of tin cans and straw and a wig. I don't know. It's neat. It's nice that somebody took the time to put something there. And that's one of the things that people don't understand about when we're advocating for active infrastructure and more human scale infrastructure, is that people who live here or municipalities or whatever, they can put more smaller details in place that don't cost a lot to help place make better, to give people enjoyment for the environment that they're in or that they're transiting through, that you just can't do the same way with car-oriented infrastructure. Everything has to be bigger, and then people are going faster and they're distracted on their phones, and they just wouldn't notice such investments. That's one detail that really helped sell me on us needing to get back to human scale design. I really enjoy these small details, and I first started seeing that in the Netherlands, where I was learning about everything and getting exposed to everything. They have a lot of really small details there in their cities and on their infrastructure that are small and that you wouldn't notice unless you were walking or sitting on the train or the tram or riding your bike. A lot of land there we could do something with. We could do a lot of public good with that land. It's just sitting there in grass of all things. bare grass. They're building more housing with little access points to get into the trail that I've noticed. This is excellent. What do you say? Bicycle Dutch says, I am looking at the map, but I don't really see how you would go from this trail to the Monon and Westfield. That will be interesting. Do you know exactly where we are, Mark? Because if you don't, I'll try to call out the next road we cross. Because this is Midland Trace Trail, and we are headed west. We're coming upon a street that says it is Gunther Boulevard, Gunther, Gunther Boulevard. So I just crossed Gunther. Clinton, I love the idea, but I'm gonna keep pedaling because I'm worn out and I'll be ready to get home. But it doesn't mean we can't meet up some other time on the trail. I'm gonna eat a big lunch when I get home. What was this? Speaking of lunch, I smell good food. Well, I smell food. Okay, I'm at Cary Road. I think I just keep going straight, right? Stop. Stop. That cyclist was just going to stand there forever until somebody noticed him, and that's why I put the big old black SUV right up against the lane and put my hand out telling them to stop. That should be a better crossing. Was I not supposed to keep going straight, Clinton? No, I remember this. We're back at where they're building that park. So for those that weren't here earlier, this is all going to be a huge park. And Clinton said that it used to be a sewage treatment area. A bunch of people out there planting, I'm guessing some native species right up against where the water will be. And where's the sign that says what it is? Yeah, the sign's right here. It says Simon Moon Park coming soon. So that'll be cool. Golf cart route, that says. This is a neat little bridge. Okay. Oh, I see. Back down in there, it was just an open field. I saw 3 bee crates, bee houses, whatever, beehives. That's nice. Good place for it. Oh, saddle's getting a little uncomfortable. Love this canopy in here. Helps keep the air cooler now that the sun's getting higher. Okay. Uh-oh. Fire truck and an ambulance here at this apartment housing. Oh, assisted living. Yikes. Yeah. It's definitely a paramedic call for sure. Yeah, the assisted living places are just so depressing. Especially in the United States. I guess I can point you forward now so you can see where we're going. I can stand up on the pedals, get off the saddle for a minute. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. We're going to cross Cherry Street. This right here is Cherry Street that I am polluting with my brake noise pollution. What's Karsten saying? Karsten says the saddle problem is fantastically solved with recumbent bikes. Yeah, I believe that, buddy. For sure. I'd love to be riding lazy boy style right now. You know what? We're gonna stop and take a break so I can eat a snack. I'll catch my breath. Take my sunglasses off, get off the saddle for a moment. Oh, I hate distance riding. Have I said that already? I gotta get up to read chat. It was a nice little park, but whoops, I need to turn the other way. It's a little morbid because back there is a cemetery. A small old cemetery. We can push the bike back there and take a look at what it is after my banana. Ha! Yeah, Ben, whenever I get in the box, or wait, yeah, when I get in the box, I'm too tall. 1.94 meters is not comfortable in the box. It's possible to be in the box, but I'm not comfortable. All right, throw the peel away in this garbage. I could have just tossed it out there. I probably should have. Let's push into this little park so we can see what it's about. Says it's Old Friends Cemetery Park. How old? There's this little, I don't know if you can see it, Down here is a little sign, Westfield Heritage. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. Okay, whatever, I don't know. So it has this drawing with a bunch of buggies and horses and covered wagons, and looks like colonial people that used to gather here. It says a depiction of an Indiana yearly meeting of friends. Oh, in Richmond, Indiana, 1844. I don't know where Richmond is. Oops. Let's see what this place is. I'm not going to read all these little signs, but here's the cemetery. Let's see how old some of the graves are. Wow. Wow, they're very tiny too. So can you guys see the graves? I'll carry chat with me here. So this big one in the middle says, died July 2nd, 1886, aged, I can't tell if that says 82 years or 32 years, but it's interesting. They also list how many months and days they lived. It looks like these things need cleaned up. So they don't have birth. They just have death years. Yeah, Edwin, an advantage of riding your bike is doing these impromptu stops, yeah, and seeing things that you wouldn't otherwise see. So like death years I'm seeing here. There's one that has a born 1858, died 1886. Got another died 1885, 1875, died 1866. Oh, wow. Anna, wife of Joel Thornborough? Thornburr? It's so whittled away it's hard to see. Died 1866, aged 72 years. Oh. So she was born in the late 1700s. Can't read a lot of those, can't read that. Carson says, as a driver, you never really connect with your environment in the same way. Very true. Yeah, I got a died 1863, aged 58 years. So a lot of these people were born in the late 1700s, early 1800s. We got Edmund Bauman, 1792 to 1872. Imagine what they saw. The things that these people saw, like what it looked like around here in those times. Let's go out here and see what else we got. Clinton says Westfield had a lot of Quakers at the start. It was a stop on the Underground Railroad. And these are so in such bad way. I can't read them. There's one that's knocked over that says 1809 to 1888. Yeah, these must be older ones, or just got weathered worse, because I can't read them. But anyway, yeah, a little cemetery here, and you'll see that a lot here in the Midwest, like where I'm from, where we have, nothing but farm country. You'll just be out there driving between fields and stuff, and all of a sudden you'll see a a small little rectangular square that's fenced off and has, you know, a collection of a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen graves that were mostly from the 1800s, just, you know, as people settled, came from Europe and settled, passed away, and they did little cemeteries. So yeah, I'll catch up on chat and then get writing again. Carson says, speaking of unusual cemeteries, Hanover has built a roundabout on a cemetery. It's really strange to drive between the gravestones. That's wild. That's crazy. Steve, I know you want me to wander off course, but I can't because you don't really have the liberty to do that because you just don't have infrastructure everywhere. So where are my glasses? Oh God. Yeah, let's leave those on the back, idiot. If you start to wander off course, you'll quickly find that you don't have infrastructure for you, and then, yeah. So we got to stick to the beaten path, shall I say, the paved path. And we have to leave this park the way we came in because those are stairs. Okay, back to our commute. Okay, I think we cross here and then we go left. Yes, that's what we do. Although the path straight looks nicer. So this is good. I mean, what we're on now is not perfect. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but there's green separation and it's not as skinny as a traditional American sidewalk. So it's enabling, right? I mean, if we just do more stuff like this, even this basic, it would do a lot to increase freedom of choice and mobility. I wish she would have acknowledged my bell dings though. Of course, she probably had earbuds in. I like to know that I'm not surprising somebody. It also says the speed limit here is 30 miles per hour, but I don't feel like that's right. The design is nice enough that it should just be 20. Oh boy. In my opinion, 20 is plenty. Thank you. Clinton says Grand Junction Trail turning into Natalie Wheeler Trail at 171st. Wait, do I go this way, Clinton? I think so. Yeah? Oh, jam it up your ass. Sorry guys, yeah, I go this way. God, men and cars are so, ugh, grow up. Seriously, grow up. Oh, this person has an orchard, an apple orchard. And they planted a ton more fruit trees. Hey, at least they're doing something good with all their yard space. Okay, so we're almost to the Monon. And for those of you that have been here the whole time or for a little while, you see how this multi-use path network is just, it's really amazing. It's enabling. I mean, you could take it that way and go to a hospital that's just a kilometer north. Like, this is all we need to just connect more places. And then we, you know, it's not like we're gonna fix sprawl in a decade or even 50 years. So what can we do in the meantime? In the meantime, we can do this type of infrastructure, make the conflict areas better, like, you know, where roads and streets meet with active infrastructure, make that design better. And then we have e-bikes. We need better density, of course, yeah. But that's going to take an untold amount of time, far beyond what any of us will see today in our lifetimes. Okay, here's the Monon. We are back to the Monon. Just have to cross. Here we are. We are just south of Westfield on the Monon, headed back towards Carmel. We started, when I left my house, I was 100% on both batteries. I'm now down to 59%. For over, let's see here, for pretty much almost the whole way there, I did sport mode, and then the last couple kilometers to get there, all the way up till now, I've been in turbo to have the extra assistance. So it hasn't been too bad. This is nice and smooth. It's like, I think they redid this recently. Sounds like Bicycle Dutch is doing some deep Google Maps exploration of our route. That's a fun thing to do. I wish more people that I knew, hint hint, would get a setup like this and do live stream rides like this. Karsten, I'd love to see this from Germany. Bicycle Dutch, come on, buddy. And I know you're gonna be like, well, I publish rides to YouTube. Yes, I want live rides. Because Jason just isn't going out and doing it enough anymore. He's kind of, he's been slacking off on the, Jesus, people. Motorists will do anything but stop. Brake pedal is the most underutilized feature of their car, aside from turn signals. Yeah, Ben, come on. Ben, you should do it from where you live. You've got the Urban Arrow. if you ever need help getting a basic idea of what you would need to do to get this set up and going, I can help you and point you to resources. I went from knowing absolutely nothing about it to knowing enough about it to be able to get this working, right? It just takes some financial investment. That's kind of expensive, to be honest. And also you'd have to have expectations for it to not pay you back. If you want to do it, it has to be because, Jesus. It has to be because you would get enjoyment out of it as a hobby in your life. That's how it is for me. I was offering channel memberships to the YouTube, to the American Feature YouTube. I left the memberships open for like a couple days, and then I just went back and turned them off because, first of all, it's never going to generate revenue. Second, I don't want to create the expectation. And third, this is just for fun. I'm not a YouTuber. I just utilize their platform to do this. People can still send super chats. I didn't disable that, but memberships just did not make sense to me. So anyway, this whole, if you do live streaming, don't think it's going to pay for itself. It's only going to cost money. Because after buying all the equipment, I'm still paying 2 cell services every month because I have 2 modems on 2 different networks. I'm paying also 2 different online services, one that handles the bonding of the 2 streams and makes them one, and paying for another service that sends my video out to whatever platforms I want it to go to, which now is only YouTube, but I use their chat thing so I can see your chat messages. That company is called Restream. They have the best chat display that I've seen. So I like that. Yeah, good point, Ben. Live streaming has the benefit of not needing to edit afterwards. Exactly. It allowed me to make interesting content for people without having to edit. And plus, Restream, that I just told you about, they also keep recordings of my rides for like a few weeks. So I can download the whole entire ride in case anything interesting happened, and I can create little clips from it later if I want. So you can still create clips. Karsten says, if there were a slightly simpler, more age-appropriate solution, you'd be into doing it? Karsten, just give me your credit card and I'll buy everything, set it up for you, and then I'll give it back to you. How about that? And you also have to fly me to Germany so we can test it out together. Or just fly me to the Netherlands, and then Mark and I will come over in a train. Mark can come along too. Bump, bump, bump. Karsten, there's a lot of people that have YouTube channels that exclusively ride recumbents and make videos of all their rides. I've just seen them because the YouTube algorithm tends to throw them into my feed sometimes. We are back in Carmel now, or the Carmel Township anyway. Something's squeaking. It's my front brake. Let me hit my front brake hard. See if that fixed it. Yikes, I probably just shaved 6 months off my front brake. Oh, so good to be back closer to home. Clinton says, by the way, that hawk signal back at 161st will eventually go away and be replaced by a tunnel. Oh, that's amazing. That's wonderful. Tunnels and bridges on the Monon would be a fantastic investment. We need more of them. Eliminate those dangerous conflict points in the design. I think we'll end the stream at the Palladium. So in the next 5-10 minutes, probably 10 minutes till we get there. And then we'll see how much battery we used, what the official odometer was. We'll check our stats. Oof. I cannot wait to sit on the couch and get off this saddle. I'm going to turn back down to sport mode now and turn off turbo. Get a last little bit of exercise. Oh, this saddle sucks. And I have a big, wide, cushy saddle from the Netherlands. That bottle's pretty much out of water. Oh my God, these brakes. The Monon needs to be at least twice as wide as it is now. Let bikes go down the middle, put a lane on each side of there for people walking, or some combination of that idea anyway. Bicycle Dutch says, yay, familiar grounds again. Yes, you need to come back, Mark. Come back next fall after they have that huge big redevelopment project done. Come back a year from now. And you know Lai likes to ride here, so bring Lai too. Jacob backs the Netherlands? Yes. The Netherlands. Oh, did you guys see the Not Just Bikes news? Jason is now Dutch. Well, he's a dual citizen anyway. He's got got his Dutch passport now. He is a citizen. Lucky duck. I sent him a congratulatory message the other day. That'd just be so perfect to know that you can spend the rest of your life in the Netherlands. You can age in place in that amazing country and not have to go through any more immigrant bureaucracy. Full-fledged Dutch. Ah, if only. Yeah, bicycle Dutch he is. Posted a picture of his Dutch passport the other day. He was not kidding around. He wants to stay. Never mid-afternoon. Let's cut through here. Ugh. Have people up ahead of us on e-bikes. Bunch of people walking. And it's only Thursday afternoon. A bunch of people out. All right, you know what? Even though my brake pads are still good, I'm getting them swapped in a month or two. I'm so sick and tired of being squeaky. Actually, let's stop here for a minute because I need some chapstick. It's a nice place to stop, huh? Oh, he had to hand over his Canadian passport. I wonder how that works really though. Like the US has the same thing. Like if you want to immigrate here through certain means, you have to surrender you have to give up citizenship where you're from, unless you're doing it through marriage. So like my wife has dual citizenship because through marriage it's okay. Oh well, I'd give up a Canadian passport to be Dutch. I'd give up an American passport to be Dutch in a heartbeat. Although if I tried to do that, one, I would have to pay money to do so. Two, they'd probably take away nearly all of our retirement savings that sit in US accounts. So they really lock you in and keep you from leaving financially. Well, anyway, good for Jason. Happy for him, even though I'm insanely jealous. Oh, Bicycle Dutch, you didn't see the detour we have because now they're starting on that big redevelopment project. So, you know, we were able to go straight when you were here, But now we have a detour as they work on this, which I can't wait for that to be done. So this is our detour, and they even paved it for us. And they put up some solar lighting on top of the fence there so it's not completely dark at night. So for the next year, we'll be using this detour. God, my brakes are driving me absolutely bonkers.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, here we are. Oh, and this wasn't open up when you were here, Mark, but now that's all opened up. They're just about ready to finish up the work over here. Looks like they just still have some landscaping to do. So yeah, let's go in here and finish up the stream. What a ride. Can somebody tell me how long we've been streaming for? It feels like forever. Oh God. We're finally here. Next to a line of SUVs, and over there is a stupid cyber truck. Jesus, whatever. Oh, sit on the rear rack. Oh God. Oh, I'm tired. Is my tripod? Looks like it's slightly tilted back. Oh well. We're done. All right. 2 hours and 40 minutes according to YouTube. Good God. This is the longest stream to date. I'm sure my hair's messed up. Oh, it's 12:30 here. Okay. Well, I'm tired. That was a long freaking trip. I won't be doing that again for a long time. Stats. So we mostly did it, well, I would say it was about half and half. Sport mode, turbo mode. 2 batteries on this Urban Arrow, by the way, right? We are down to 52%, so that's pretty good. Total distance, my bike says 48.9 kilometers. I still have to go home, so that'll be a few more kilometers, right? So total distance, 50 kilometers. So just roughly calculating, we're looking at between both batteries in the 2 highest assistance modes, sport and turbo, you could go 100 kilometers, and the bike is loaded up. I mean, I got all the camera gear, computer, a couple other bags and stuff in there. I've got a load on, so 100 kilometers on two batteries on this Urban Arrow. That's significant. What is that in miles? 60 miles? Something like that? That's impressive. Average speed was 21.9 kilometers per hour. So average speed was almost 22, but I don't know if that factors in stopping or anything like that. What else we got? My display says it's 22 degrees Celsius right now. Yeah, I don't have any other stats. I am out of stats. Does anybody else have anything to add? I don't. Bicycle Dutch says faster than me on my bike. Yeah, right? Well, I would expect so. I feel disgusting, so I'm gonna have to go home and take a shower. That's the thing, I don't know if it's like that everywhere else in the world, but here in the Midwest, it's like you go outside and you do anything actively and you stink like the outside. I don't know. I need to take a shower, eat food, and be lazy the rest of the day. But the good thing is we did a service for democracy. We have voted. 2 votes are now submitted. For me and my wife, for the president, for representatives, senators, kicking some judges off of the court in Indiana who were appointed by some very deceitful and disgusting men. We voted. Again, we're in Indiana, so will the things go the way that we would like them to? Probably not. But our stats still count, right? We submitted the votes by bike. We did not mail them, although that's fine. We did not drive them. We biked them. Intercity biking on a trail network in the middle of Indiana to vote. Like a bald eagle should scream and fly across us, towing a European flag. So I hope you guys had a good time. I hope that you got to see what the trail network is like. Even I got to learn quite a bit about what it is, because I never really leave the Monon. I never really go past Westfield, right? So that was pretty interesting. Yeah, it was a good time. Just checking chat here. Yeah, I hear you, Clinton. I know. All right, guys, thanks to everybody that came along, and thanks to anybody who will watch this later. I appreciate it. And till next time, what is today, Thursday? There will not be a stream this weekend, obviously. At least I don't think so. So probably not till next weekend. One thing I am looking forward to doing is that I think towards the end of this month, they're going to start setting up the German Christmas market, which is amazing. And it will all be here. It will be in this whole entire place. It will cover all of this. Over here will be a full-sized skating rink, ice skating rink. There will be a German Christmas village all around this whole place. And we will be exploring that stuff on the stream. I've never been able to do that before because in the past I just had GoPro cameras and they are just total dog crap after dark. But this camera that I have, this supposedly has good nighttime capabilities. Look, here's one person getting in an SUV. Yes, total commuter vehicle. So this camera has good nighttime capabilities, so we'll be able to come here after dark sometimes and check out the German Christmas village. It's lit up, it's beautiful, all the signs are in German. Karsten, you'll like it, but because we'll be coming here after dark, you'll either have to watch a replay or catch it live whenever you're up during one of your midnight awake sessions. You said you do that sometimes. So you guys will love that. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to right now, to showing you guys. So that's it. All right. Oh, and if you want to see ahead of time what it looks like, just go to YouTube, type in German Christmas Market, Carmel, Indiana. It has a full name. It's like Christkindlmarkt, Christkindlmarkt. Somebody can type that into chat. And you'll see there's some pretty high quality videos there that you can watch to see what it looks like. Like I said, it's amazing. It's in the top 10 in the country. I think it's maybe even top 5. So yeah, that's one thing I'm really, really, really looking forward to streaming. Anyway, Ben says, ooh, maybe next year going to the Christmas market in Carmel might be a trip. Ben, come on over, buddy. But don't be mad at me if there's not much else to do in winter in Indiana. You could stop by here, and then if you still wanted to get the most out of your trip to the US, then you just go up to Chicago, right? Fly into Chicago, either take a flight from Chicago to Indy or drive, which, you know, whatever. But Chicago's an amazing city, so you would have plenty of stuff to do there, and then you could just like come here for a day or two, take in the Christmas market, take a peek at our infrastructure, even though it'll be ugly winter. It would be an idea. Carson says, yes, sleep is for the younger. I'm tired. Does that mean I'm young or I'm old? All right, guys, enough. Time to go home. Where's my stylus? Yeah, Bicycle Dutch drove from Chicago. He flew to Chicago, drove to Carmel, drove back to Chicago, and flew out from there. So if Bicycle Dutch can do it, anybody can do it, right? Thanks for coming along, everybody. Clinton, thanks for your help in navigating and pointing things out to people in chat. That was very nice of you. Karsten, good to see you as always. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Hope this was kind of fun. Bicycle Dutch, I'm glad you came by. Steve, Ben, everybody, even if I'm missing you, thanks for coming by. Appreciate everybody who gets something out of these streams. That's why I do them, because I'm certainly not here to make money. Don't forget that, Ben. All right, I'll see you guys all, see you guys next time, right? Hungry. Time to eat lunch.